Europe had its Continental Assembly from February the 5th to the 12th in Prague, Czech Republic. The assembly fell on the 20th anniversary of St. John Paul II's post-synodal exhortation, Ecclesia in Europa. 200 delegates met for the first part of the European Continental Assembly from February the 5th to the 9th. The second part took place from the 11th to the 12th of February, during which the 39 presidents met in order to evaluate the results of the discussions and to begin to set out a synthesis that will be sent to the General Secretariat of the Synod by March. The examination of the final documents from the 7 continental assemblies will lead to the Instrumentum Laboris, which will be finalized by June of 2023. All 7 of the world's continental assemblies are set to take place by the end of March. The theme guiding the synodal process is For a Synodal Church, Communion, Participation, Mission. This phase of the synodal process was prepared by the publication of the working document for the Continental Stage, which aimed at providing a better understanding of how the local churches are already walking together. On the 27th of October 2022, the Holy See Press Office held a press conference on the Synod on Synodality.
I would like to emphasize a principle that sustains the whole synod process, that of restitution. The document was sent to the pastors of the particular churches. It was not enough to send it formally to the presidents of the Continental Assembly. The choice is meant to emphasize the logic of the synodal process, which takes place through a continuous circularity between prophecy and discernment. In the 2 moments of the first stage, the circularity was evident, the consultation of God's people participating in the prophetic function of Christ. It was matched by the discernment of the pastors in the bishops' conferences. The Continental Stage constitutes a further moment of discernment in which the 7 continental assemblies will be able to evaluate if and when the document they received corresponds to the life and the expectations of the churches on their continent.
Each continental assembly is required to submit a final document, providing the region's response to 3 reflection questions. Number 1, which intuitions resonate most strongly with the lived experiences and realities of the Church in your continent? Which experiences are new or illuminating for you? Number 2, what substantial tensions or divergences emerge as particularly important in your continent's perspective? Consequently, what are the questions or issues that should be addressed and considered in the next steps of the process? Number 3, looking at what emerges from the previous 2 questions, what are the priorities, recurring themes, and calls to action that can be shared with other local churches around the world? And discussed during the first session of the Synodal Assembly in October of 2023.
The journey of synodality undertaken by the Catholic Church is and must be ecumenical, just as the ecumenical journey is synodal. So these are the words of the Pope, and I might add from Episcopalis Communio, I am confident, says the Pope, that by encouraging a conversion of the papacy, which can help make the exercise of my ministry more faithful to the meaning which Jesus Christ wished to give it and to the present needs of evangelization. The activity of the Synod of Bishops will be able to make its own contribution to the re-establishment of unity among all Christians according to the will of the Lord.
The European Assembly's final document was drafted by a 6-member committee. The Assembly also intends to ensure that the whole people of God is represented. The final universal phase of the Synod on Synodality will begin with the 16th Ordinary General Assembly of the Synod of Bishops at the Vatican in October of 2023 and continue in October of 2024.